Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch my new video of all about singing bowls, the use, the meaning, how they benefit us, and the background on them. So without further ado, I'm going to hop straight into this video. So in today's video, I'm going to break down where singing bowls originate from, how to use them, and the benefits they have on our body. Sound is one of the most powerful forces, which is why singing bowls are such a powerful healing practice. So singing bowls originate from Tibet, and they can be traced back to villages from Nepal, India as well, which they are quite close together. So because of the Chinese invasion in Tibet in the 19th century, the indigenous people of the area, which were the lamas and the monks, were forced to flee. So they fled with the most valuable items, which were the singing bowls, and because of the crisis, they were forced to sell the most valuable items that they owned, which were the singing bowls. The reason why the singing bowls at the time were so valuable was because of the weight of them and the materials that were used. So some of the materials that these bowls used to be made out of was gold, silver, copper, iron, tin, lead, and mercury. So the early bowls were thick and heavy, which were non-practical for normal people to use, and it was known that the monks were the only ones qualified at the time to use them. So this is why they were such an ancient and sacred practice at the time. The only reason why they became mainstream was because of the fact that they had to sell them, and over time they started being less heavy and used different materials, which is why these days people can easily play them. So that's some of the background of the singing bowls. There is obviously a lot more history to them, but I'm going to get onto the use of them, the different types of them, etc, etc. So I will show you a couple of my singing bowls now. I have got 3 at the moment. This was actually the first one that I got, and this is very standard, small, tiny, cheap. I don't personally like this one too much. This one was literally like $25, so it was my cheapest one. And as you can see, it doesn't sound the best. However, you can definitely place the mallet and get a better sound out of it. So this is the mallet from a different one, which I will show you now. Now this one was made in Tibet also, so you definitely want to get ones that were made in Tibet because that is where they originated from, and the only genuine proper ones come from Tibet. Anywhere else they probably won't be made the same, and they're just not the most genuine, and they're not going to give you the best sound. So this one, as you can hear the difference in the quality. Now this one did come with a cushion as well, which I think is really cute, so it just sits like that. Now I'm going to get onto my crystal bowl one, and I'm going to get into the differences of them and all that stuff, so don't worry, I'm just showing different examples of ones. So this is the big daddy, and this one cost an arm and a leg. This is my crystal bowl one. So you can definitely hear the difference in the quality of all 3 and which ones were the most expensive and the least expensive. But I will get into how to use them and different ways you can use them also. So you can make it sing and then go around someone's body. For example, if they're needing the heart chakra to be healed, you can definitely do that and then go around the person's body, or just in general for the chakra healing. So this can take out any negative energy in the person's body. You can also use the playing of the instrument along with chanting. So this can either be chanting a prayer, a sound, a word, or a song. So what I mean by that, I haven't had too much experience and I haven't actually personally done it, but for example, if you use the word om, so you can go om. So what I would personally recommend, again, I haven't had too much experience in this, so you can go for example, like that if you wanted to, or you could do a prayer, or you could do any words that sound significant or meaningful to you. It doesn't have to be anything, it could literally be gibberish, whatever feels good to you. So you can say whatever you want as you're doing this. So you can match the tempo, you can do different tempo, whatever feels good to you. I also wanted to preface, don't be discouraged if you do pick up a singing bowl for the first time and it doesn't sing. For example, if it just goes like sounds like that or whatever, it does take a certain level of skill to know how to do it. So I've had people that can't do that, and I've had people that can do that straight off the bat. Sometimes it just sounds like, sometimes it literally just sounds like this. So don't be discouraged if it does sound like that initially. It does come down to the level of skill that you do have playing singing bowls, and it also does come down to the singing bowl in general. So if you're definitely very connected to a singing bowl, it will start singing straight away, and if that one's not right for you, then it might not play. So for example, I picked this one up and it got so loud so quick. Obviously I do know how to play them, so that did come into play. Different singing bowls will resonate with you and different ones won't. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't play straight away. Just keep practicing, or find a different one as well that you resonate with more and that feels better to play for yourself. This step is optional while playing singing bowls, so you can definitely set up the area nicely. So whether that means burning incense or candles, there is essential oil infused candles. That's the kind of ones I would recommend, as opposed to like just the fruity or normal smelling candles, or just simple plain old incense as well. You can play meditation music in the back. I personally don't feel that interferes with the singing bowl. That's optional. You can either have the music in the back or just the music of the singing bowls. Okay, I'm going to get into how to actually play the singing bowls and what to do and how to use them. So starting with how you put it on your hand. So for example, if you hold it like this, it's not going to play. Do you see what I mean? And this is how I'm holding it. So you want it as far back on the palm as you can while feeling comfortable and having it securely there. And you can either go straight away like this, or you can start it by doing it once, or some people also, so you can either do it once, 3 times, or none at all, just depending on what you feel like or what works for you. And how you want it to go is, I'll use the other one. So how you want the mallet to kind of sit is kind of like that, and following it around. So your hand's not moving that much, it's more so your wrist around it, but making sure, I would say about that much of it is placed on the side of the bowl as well as you do it. Another important note to take is always do it clockwise, because we vibrate in clockwise as well. So for it to resonate as much as we can with our body, definitely do it clockwise. You build up the noise as well. And don't be afraid to just go a little slower. You can do as firm as you want as well, because if you do not as firm, it's not going to be as much of a noise, but if you do it firmer, that's when the noise is going to pick up. And that's basically how you play the singing bowl. Even though the crystal one is definitely the most expensive, it is the easiest to play. I personally feel because it holds so much energy and it just has so much power, and that's why it's so easy to play. Like, listen to that. Another thing you can do while playing it, I know it sounds a bit silly, but putting your head inside the crystal bowl as it's playing, so you really hear those, the sound as loud as it can. That is definitely a really good way to maximize the vibration and the healing properties of the singing bowl. Another thing you can actually do is put water in here and cleanse it. And that's because water, for example, right, I would give you like a little analogy. One time scientists put water next to poison, right? And the water did not ever touch the poison. However, they fed that water to a rat. So once the rat did drink this water, it died, because even though it didn't touch the water, didn't touch the poison, it got the properties of the poison because being so close to it. So why I'm saying this is, if you cleanse the water in the singing bowl, it's going to adapt those like vibrations and the cleansing properties that the singing bowl gives, because of, I don't want to sound silly and like not know my facts, but just because of how water is, and that's how water like operates, I guess. Again, I'm not too educated on the fact, but there definitely is science behind it, and that's the best way to prove the healing properties and the sound healing of a singing bowl. So you can always do that, taste the water and then taste a water that hasn't been cleansed by the singing bowl, and then that's how you can really tell the difference. Another thing you can do is put your crystals in the singing bowl and then play it or just keep them there overnight or whatever it might be. That's if it's not a full moon, I would definitely suggest that. Just off topic a little bit as well, with cleansing crystals, you can put it on selenite, but cleansing it in the rose quartz bowl is the best way if it's not under the full moon. Okay, I'll get into the benefits of the use now and what they do for us and how they do physically help us. Quartz crystal bowls contain 99.8% silicone quartz, and almost every cell in our body contains silica. So therefore, this connection affects the brain in a positive way while playing the instrument. So different notes are linked to each of the body's 7 chakras. So for example, this is a B note, which is connected to the crown chakra. So when playing this, it's going to assist in the crown chakra. So if you're needing healing in a specific chakra, you can definitely use the note that correlates to that chakra to heal that one specific spot, which is really good as well. Another benefit is it puts you in a relaxation and a meditative state. Just in general, it just heals. So any type of crystal healing or any type of spiritual healing, this is just another way to do so. It does also aid in the immune system. Every part of the body is vibrating, so the sound frequency created helps restore, optimize, and balance flow of energy throughout the body. Overall, it's just a very good spiritual practice for calming, relaxation, meditation, healing, all of the above, and I just feel so calm and relaxed once doing so. So even if you don't know any of the benefits or what you're really doing, just playing it itself is a healing property as it is. For example, even just with crystals, if you don't know the meaning of the crystals, they're still going to work regardless if you know it or not. Same with the crystal bowls. So you don't need to know all this knowledge of how to use them or what they do, blah blah blah, for them to work. They're still going to work regardless. But yeah, that's just like a little insight into crystal balls and Tibet bowls as well. And I really hope you guys did like this video. Sound off below any thoughts or questions you might have as well. I would love to hear your thoughts and experiences with singing bowls and what you think of them, likes, dislikes, any more information as well. Just sound off below. Please leave any video suggestions as well in the comments below. I do definitely appreciate them and will make sure to do them. If you haven't yet, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button below so you can see every single time I upload. And yeah, until next time, bye guys. Mwah.